Hey, it's Bill. Here's my predictions for night 15 of the Premier Darts. Hey, it's Bill here. Before I get to the day 15 or night 15 picks, let's see how I did yesterday. Someone told me a long time ago, you're only as good as your last game. I got two right. I got the last two right, and I got the scores exactly perfect for the last two games. So maybe I'll just stop there, and we'll talk about the first two games. Nah, I didn't do well. The first game, Nathan Aspinall got a point off James Wade. I picked James Wade to win. I think James Wade should have won. That's probably the worst doubles that I've seen James throw. I think he was at 35% at the end, which is still crazy good. But he had chances to bury Aspinall. Didn't take out a 60, and then Aspinall came back and took out the 80 on the last one. So good on Aspinall. I didn't expect him to get in the top five. He should be in the top five now, you would think, based on the results that were yesterday. So yeah, I think Aspinall's a great player. I don't think he's a top four player in this league. Obviously, with Peter Wright showing up with his championship darts and throwing like he normally does, he would have probably done that the whole time. But I digress. It looks like Nathan Aspinall for the second year in a row is going to get in the playoffs, so good on him. Next game up, D'Souza bucked the trend of what he does with Clayton and got the win in E5. I predicted Clayton to win this one in a close 1-8-6. I did say it was going to be a fantastic match. It was not as many 180s as you would expect, but you know, a decent match overall. And Jose's pretty much, I wouldn't say he's all the way in right now, but he's certainly, I think he needs one more point to wrap it up. So we'll talk about that later today, who he's playing. The next one up, I got perfect. The Chihuahua beat Gary Anderson 8-4. And again, the Chihuahua was at his antics again, taking out a double one on 2-second dart and cheering like he won the world championship. It's ridiculous, but I get it when you get a big shot. Here's a comparison. Gary Anderson hit a 138 while Michael was on a finish, like a one dart finish. I think he was on 40 or something. Okay, that's when you give it. Gary Anderson doesn't give it. Take out a 2. Roar. Piss off. Anyways, Chihuahua won the game 8-4. And the next game, I thought this was a dandy. Dimitri Vandenberg, I feel bad for you. What did you do? You averaged only 107 or something at some point, and you're losing this match. Very slow start by both players, in my opinion, but when Peter Wright picked it up, he picked it up. I think, you know, I track the amount of 60s that someone throws in their last or in their first 3 darts, and Wright had only thrown 1 in the last 10 legs of this match. Like, it was just insane what he was doing scoring wise. You know, the doubles, and I thought this would happen. You know, I think, you know, it's the protege against the master, I guess is what you would say here. And you know, Peter Wright's playing pretty loosey-goosey, not thinking about the playoffs. Let's see what happens today, because he actually has a shot. It's a very, very long shot, but he does play one of the players he's chasing today, Johnny Clayton. And if he gets a result in the Dimitri Vandenberg James Wade match to go his way, it sets up pretty cracking last night. But yeah, Peter's a completely different player with the crowd. Completely different player because he's staying on the same darts. I don't even think he changed the flights. It's crazy. But yeah, it was a really, really good match, and he won that 185, and I thought it'd be a good game. So here's the predictions today. The first matchup, Peter Wright against Johnny Clayton. So here's the questions that are asked. Is Johnny Clayton from day 13 showing up or day 14? Is Peter Wright now all of a sudden moving up the ladder with a chance to get in the playoffs? Very slim, but still, you're a lot closer than where you were on the first day. Is he going to get a little tight? You know, or is he still going to be the loosey-goosey, go fire, have some fun with the crowd, fire up the crowd, keep going? I think Peter Wright's going to keep it going here, and I think Johnny's going to feel a little bit of pressure. He's in the top 4, but it's a pretty. It can go bad. If you take a look at what Johnny Clayton, I think he believes, or he plays Peter Wright tonight. So if he loses this one and goes into the next and has to get a couple points in the last match, it's going to be tough. Now, if Johnny Clayton wins today and Dimitri Vandenberg doesn't get a point, it's over. So again, there's a lot of pressure. So I like Peter Wright to win this one. I'm going to take this one 8-5. Dimitri Vandenberg against James Wade. Here's the thought process. You know James Wade, when he talks about peacocks and fluttering feathers or whatever the hell he's talking talking about Dimitri Vandenberg. That's who he's talking about. He won't say it because he's a personality of an ant, but that's who he's talking about. So you know James Wade's going to get up for this game. You know he is. He's got a chance here to be a chance to maybe even eliminate Dimitri Vandenberg depending on how that first match goes. You know James Wade's going to be all over this. Now, Dimitri Vandenberg, I think he's got the right mindset. I've never seen, he's got some bad lots. It's not like he's playing, I don't think he's tossed that low 90 average the entire time. He's 8 180s last night and still lose. Like, it's just bad timing. It's bad whatever in the last matches. Now, he's trending lose. So, I would love to see Dimitri Vandenberg win this one. I just think James Wade's going to give him a really, really good go. However, I think Dimitri Vandenberg will come out on top. And if the results go here, a tie game still leaves Peter Wright, I believe, like a really slim chance. If Dimitri Vandenberg loses this, Wright still got a chance going to last night, but I don't think that'll happen. I think Dimitri Vandenberg will win this one, and I'm going to give it 8-4. Next matchup, Nathan Aspinall against Gary Anderson. I think now Anderson becomes just like he did last time. He takes him 2 games to get going. I see him putting a beating on Aspinall, actually. I think Aspinall's going to lay up. He's got, he needs one more point. He's probably going to have a little bit of pressure on him. Gary Anderson's going to have absolutely no pressure on him. So that could go 2 ways. Either Gary Anderson doesn't care, or Gary Anderson shows up. I think he'll show up. I've got Anderson winning this one 8-5. And then I think in your match of the night, Jose De Souza against Michael Van Gerwen, or the Chihuahua. And I'm going to go good game, bad game, good game, bad game. I don't think Michael Van Gerwen played a solid game against Gary Anderson. It did pick up at the end, but the beginning was very, very, very soft. Jose loves to throw away points, and he tried yesterday to give away some points. But what did he leave? Double 15 from 5, or he had 44 left and hit a 14 to leave double 15. Maybe he likes double 15. He hit it, so I don't know. Again, I think this will be a bad game for Michael Van Gerwen, and this will give Jose, the chance to be at or be top of the league. So I like Jose to win this one 8-5. So here's my picks: Peter Wright, Johnny Clayton 8-5. Peter Wright, Dimitri Vandenberg 8-4 over James Wade, Gary Anderson 8-5 over Nathan Aspinall, and Jose De Souza 8-5 over Michael Van Gerwen. Now, if you're ever going to listen to my picks, this I could go 4-0, but I could easily go 0-4. Just thought process here. I could easily go back. If you take a look at all these games, they're dynamite matchups and can go either way. So I can go 0-4, 4-0, or do what I've done the last couple of days, 2-2. All right. Hope everyone enjoys the darts. Talk to you for night 16.